In February 2025, the situation for a 27-year-old internet comedian took a turn that would typically be reserved for high-level political dissidents. He suddenly became the target of multiple chief ministers, the Supreme Court, and national law enforcement agencies. The person at the center of this was Samay Raina. He is a comedian from Jammu, a city far from the traditional hubs of national media or political influence. His background wasn't in activism. He gained national attention during the pandemic for something far more niche, streaming online chess games and collaborating with grandmasters on YouTube. His story represents a specific kind of conflict, a borderless digital culture fueled by the internet, colliding with the established, rigid machinery of the Indian state. Samay's recognition grew after he co-won the stand-up contest Comic Stand 2 in 2019. He parlayed that success into a massive digital following, bridging the gap between niche gaming and mainstream comedy. In 2024, he launched India's Got Latent. It was designed as a roast-themed talent show, a raw, unscripted format that intentionally pushed the boundaries of traditional broadcast standards. This chart demonstrates the trajectory of his platform. In mid-2024, both his viewership and subscriber counts grew at an accelerated rate, creating a cultural footprint that existed entirely outside of traditional media control. By reaching millions of people without the need for a television network or a production house, Samay gained a level of influence that the established order viewed as a potential threat. The controversy began with a guest appearance by Ranveer Alabadia, known as Beer Biceps. Alabadia had spent a decade building an internet image centered on spirituality and clean content. During a 2025 episode of the show, Alabadia deviated from that image to ask a contestant a highly explicit and vulgar hypothetical question. That single question was quickly clipped and shared, triggering a massive wave of digital outrage. The scrutiny moved past the joke itself and toward the nature of the show. While internet creators frequently deal with backlash, this situation shifted when the digital outrage was picked up by the state and converted into legal action. The government response was swift. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma publicly confirmed that police had filed criminal cases against the creators for promoting obscenity. Other agencies joined the crackdown. The National Human Rights Commission issued a formal notice, claiming the content posed a threat to the dignity of women and children. The pressure reached the judiciary, with the Supreme Court of India describing the language used on the show as obscene and shameful. The legal pressure turned into physical interrogation. Samay was summoned to the Maharashtra cyber cell, where he was questioned by officials for 6 hours. Following the interrogation, the show was taken down. Samay deleted every episode of India's Got Latent from YouTube and canceled his upcoming tour dates across the country. The state had successfully dismantled the show's infrastructure and silenced its primary stage. Samay later described this period as his testing time, admitting that the combined weight of the legal battle and public scrutiny had left him feeling completely broken. Instead of disappearing or issuing a standard corporate apology, Samay processed the experience by writing a new comedy special, which he titled Still Alive. He shifted his tone. The performance wasn't just about jokes. It was a vulnerable, honest account of the mental toll the controversy had taken on him. He used the new material to address the hypocrisy of the politicians and celebrities who had attacked him, and he took aim at the character break from Ranveer Alabadia that started it all. By speaking openly about the ordeal, rather than sanitizing it, he turned a situation that could have ended his career into a deeper connection with his core audience. The response from the audience was a direct challenge to the state's attempt at censorship. The Still Alive tour became a massive global event. The tour eventually moved to North America, where Samay performed at the theater at Madison Square Garden, making him one of the youngest Indian comedians to headline the venue. The government believed power was defined by an FIR, or a police interrogation, but the actual power in this story belonged to the audience. The scale of his return was confirmed by a single metric: 300,000 tickets sold worldwide. These 300,000 people were making a choice. They were showing up for a person the state had tried to silence. Samay later reflected on the moment, saying, "The audience in USA and Canada saw me at the worst time of my life. Now they get to see me in the best." That transition, and the loyalty that made it possible, is the real story of modern Indian soft power. This organic, bottom-up influence is different from the manufactured images of the country often presented through official state-sponsored media or national branding campaigns. The proof is one kid from Jammu who faced the full weight of the state and remains, as his tour title promised, definitively still alive.